Do you know where the new scribe lives?
Please, go away from me.
Remember, your obedience and faithfulness will bring salvation to many. Trust in my presence and the power that guides you.
Thank you for saving me. The Roman occupation brings tension to our town.
They say nothing grows faster than a child when no one is looking.
The riverbank is a great place to rest.
The people grew quiet as he came forward. Some came to listen, some came to judge. Others only wanted to see the man they had heard about. Then Jesus stepped up, looked at the crowd, and began to teach. A sower went out to sow. Some seed fell by the road, and the birds came and devoured it. Some fell on rocky ground. It sprang up quickly, but when the sun rose, it withered, because it had no root. Some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew and choked it. But some fell on good soil, and it bore a great harvest. So it is with the word that comes to man. Some hear, but do not receive. Some receive with joy, but do not endure. And some hear, yet the cares of this world choke what is good within them. But blessed is the one whose heart is good soil. For the word is living, and where the heart is open, it shall bear fruit. He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
I need to buy fresh bread for dinner.
Oh, welcome. What brings you here?
How do you know my name? Rabbi, I remember. Though during your extraordinary baptism, we didn't have the chance to get acquainted. I've heard what you did in Cana, Lord. Word reached even John. He spoke of you publicly, setting out on a new path. Wonderful! We have found the one Moses wrote about in the law, and the prophets also wrote of. Jesus, the son of Joseph from Nazareth.
Can anything good come out of Nazareth?
Come and see.
I greet you with humility.
Shalom. How do you know me? What have you been telling him?
But
Teacher, you truly are the Son of God, the King of Israel.
And thus Jesus called 2 more apostles, Philip, ever ready to bear witness to others with his feet firmly on the ground, and Bartholomew, the skeptic who, in a moment of personal revelation, became a witness with a bold, exalted confession of faith.
Shalom.
I greet you with humility.
Same day as always.
Fancy trying to crack a mental exercise inspired by ancient teachings? Which sea was parted so the Israelites could walk through it? Correct.
Please, go away from me.
remember, your obedience and faithfulness will bring salvation to many. Trust in my presence and the power that guides you.
Thank you for saving me.
Lord, I am rotting while still alive, and even my closest kin have cast me out of my home as one who is cursed. My skin is healthy. I am returning home now to my loved ones.
We should repair the fence before the animals.
The presence of Roman soldiers reminds us of their authority.
The people grew quiet as he came forward. Some came to listen, some came to judge. Others only wanted to see the man they had heard about. Then Jesus stepped up, looked at the crowd, and began to teach. Whoever hears my words and keeps them in the heart is like a wise man who built his house not on soft ground, but on rock. The rains came, the rivers rose, the winds struck with force. Yet the house did not fall, because its foundation was strong. But whoever hears and does not act is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. For a time it seemed fair and strong, but when the trial came, it could not stand. So it is with man. It is not the word alone that saves, but the word made living indeed. Not the one who speaks of truth is righteous, but the one who lives by it. Therefore examine yourselves. On what does your heart stand? On the rock of obedience or on the sand of appearances? For the hour of trial comes to every man.
His mercy reaches farther than any road we know.
Jesus! We thought you were in Sepphoris. They said a roof needed mending after the storm.
The stone is true, but wants half a finger's breadth to the left.
And the mortar cries for water.
You always strike the heart of a matter.
We trust you, but we have work in hand.
cornice to set. The material's already paid.
A wall is not left half raised. You will help? Greetings, friend.
Peace to you.
In every house, a stone is needed that ties two walls and bears their weight. In the Father's house, that stone is grace. And he who accepts ascending does not flee the burden, he bears it with joy, knowing the walls shall not fall. It sits well, as though it had waited for this very place, said Thaddeus, as he laid the next stone. Jesus answered him, "Where trust is cracked, be as the mortar. Where the line runs crooked, be as the plumb line. Where there is a shard, find for it the fitting gap. And if our strength fails, asked James. Call upon me, he replied. Those who build with me do not build alone.
Straight. True, perhaps even fair to behold. We will finish the cornice and make the place clean. Then we will meet you.
I'll take my trowel. It may serve with living stones.
Jesus saw Thomas lost in thought. He knew that a deep hunger for truth and a search for tangible proof meant more to him than a blind following of faith.
Greetings. Wait, you are Jesus of Nazareth? Your teaching precedes you, yet I do not know how you would know my name, nor why you appear in my humble workshop. As I said, word of your wonders and sayings reaches me, but my mind needs more than tales. Am I now to trust in what I cannot touch or grasp with reason? Many questions trouble me, and in the synagogues I do not find their answers. If your soil is truly so rich, sow for me a seed, and let faith sprout. Master, do you hear that? Something's happening outside. It doesn't sound like the usual city noise. It's almost as if someone is crying. I hear many people too. In 9, crowds rarely gather without reason, and such crying, it usually means only one thing.
My ears don't deceive me. It really is a procession, carrying the son of that woman who walks first.
She's alone. I don't see her husband or anyone guiding her. He was her only son. She has no one left. What do we do, Master?
I have no one left. There is no one left to call me by name.
She's alone. Completely alone.
First, I lost my husband. And now my beloved son. Who will close the doors of my house now? Who will light the lamp when night falls?
Inane, no one can answer those questions.
My son, you always said you'd be home before nightfall. Why should I even return home now? To call someone who will not answer? Lord, if you have mercy, look upon me.
Jesus looked at her son and then said,
Kindness is refusing to mirror the malice of others. Joy finds delight in the well-being of another. Peace does not flee from conflict. It brings reconciliation. Patience gives the heart time to not answer in anger. Gentleness extinguishes the fire of wrath without losing its strength. Self-control is victory over oneself when no one else is watching.
Mother? What?
my son. Do you hear me? Do you hear?
I saw a shadow, and now I feel the warmth of your hand.
2 processions met at the gate, one of life, one of death. A single tear of a mother halted the march. One word from the Lord turned its course. Compassion sees first, before anyone even asks.
You told him to get up. And he did. I saw it. But it still doesn't feel real. I build things that last for years, and they still decay. In a moment, you undid what can't be undone. If death obeys you, then I should too. Yes. Before we left, I had a question for you. What is the heaviest burden that one carries with a smile, and the greatest victory won through a fall? And now tell me, what is the temple that has neither walls nor altars and is everlasting? Last question. What makes a person see what is not before his eyes and understand what he does not hear with his ears? Your answers have given me more than years of study. What is hidden is not invisible to you. You are the teacher I have sought. Lead me.
Thomas's mind, until then full of questions, found its first answers, and his heart, its teacher. Then he followed him to seek truth on the road and not in the scrolls.
A great prophet has risen among us! Greetings.
God has visited his people.
Some women returned from the hills saying they saw angels.
Weigh heavily on our livelihoods.
The people grew quiet as he came forward. Some came to listen, some came to judge. Others only wanted to see the man they had heard about. Then Jesus stepped up, looked at the crowd, and began to teach. Keep yourselves ready and keep your lamps burning. Be like servants waiting for their master to return, so that when he comes and knocks, they are ready to open the door at once. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds awake and faithful. Many people live as if there will always be more time. They delay what is good. They delay truth. They delay peace with one another. But you do not know when the hour will come. So be watchful, be ready in heart, be ready to forgive, be ready to do what is right. Blessed is the man who is found faithful when his Lord comes. For the one who walks in truth does not fear that day.
Have you heard the news from Jerusalem?
I was running from a Roman patrol, but I stumbled so unluckily, and in the end, they caught me. My hands are strong again. I can finally return to work.
How is your family doing these days?
Master, what are you doing here? You can't imagine how happy I am to welcome you under my humble roof, but I didn't expect you today. True. Then tell me, what brings you here? All right, I'll tell Andrew to help me prepare this gathering. Will Matthew come too? Fine, but James and John may grumble about Matthew's presence, and Simon the Zealot looks at him as if he could pierce him with his eyes. All right, I'll make sure everyone comes. Huh, someone has to keep order in this group, with Matthew counting every coin and Thomas doubting even his own breath. Someone has to be the voice of reason.
Good day.
Jesus knelt in silence, praying words known only to him and the Father. He asked that his followers love and be one, as he and the Father are one. Then he looked up at the sky and whispered, "Thy will be done."
Well, it seems I managed to gather us all. We sit, we eat, but still don't know what this meeting is about.
Usually when Jesus invites us somewhere like this, it means something is about to happen.
Or that one of us is about to receive another lesson in humility.
This time it's not me. At least, not that I know of.
It's probably about money. A meeting organized in such a hurry always ends up being about money.
Who knows? You might be right, my friend. But just as well, it could be about miracles.
Well, it wasn't easy, but we're here.
I just hope the news you have for us is worth coming at dawn.
But how, Master? Us? You mean we should go alone?
But how are we supposed to do this? We're not like you. We can't heal. We can't even speak well to crowds. Some of us even barely tolerate company.
If we're to go somewhere, we must know where. The world is full of dangers. Romans, Pharisees, pagans,
and fishermen without any experience in preaching.
Us? But how? You are the one who has the power.
So, we are to be your disciples.
Apostles? That sounds serious.
Indeed, brother. It sounds almost like trouble.
All right, but can you tell us what exactly we are to do, Master?
And if someone refuses to receive us?
But Master, how will we decide who should go where?
Yes, Master. Together we are stronger. Right, brother?
Right. My brother and I will do everything we can to fulfill your task.
We'll go, Master. I'll tell them that the word knows their names, and that they are not just the weight of the nets.
And I will lift those afraid to cast aside their old nets. A fire will burn within them, not to destroy, but to guide.
We'll go. I'll take their questions, and you, brother, will take their hearts. We'll invite our friends from nearby villages so that no one is left out.
I'll return to my own and tell them that the one who knows hidden thoughts turns the water of daily life into the wine of hope.
I will go, Lord. I'll start with my own house. Invite tax collectors and those others avoid. I want mercy to be the first sign they see.
I'll gather the testimonies of the healed and answer questions clearly and simply. If words alone are not enough, I'll ask them to do some good.
We'll go, Master. I'll set days for prayer and teaching, and keep records of alms so that no one is forgotten. I'll listen long and speak briefly.
I'll speak with those who live in fear of people's opinions. If a conflict arises, I'll sit with both sides until we find the path to peace.
I will go without a weapon. I'll replace the sword with words, and anger with service.
I'll ask for clear rules and accountability. What we gather for the poor, we'll record. What we promise, we'll fulfill.
Lord, before we leave, I just want to be sure. Why did you choose us?
On that simple rooftop in Capernaum began a story that has never ended. 12 ordinary men, with fear, doubt, and hope, answered the call. They did not yet know they would become the foundation of a new world. Not through power, but through service. Not through strength, but through love. And so, in the glow of the morning sun, a community was born, one that would carry the light onward to the very ends of the earth.